The Chartered Institute of Taxation Ghana has held its annual tax conference to talk about tax issues in Ghana. The CITG, established under Chartered Institute of Taxation Act 2016, Act 916, is a statutory body charged with regulating taxation practices and fostering tax education in Ghana. The tax conference, which is being held at the College of Physicians and Surgeons in Accra from the 21st of August to 23rd of August 2024, is a premier event that unites a diverse group of professionals, industry leaders, and policymakers to address pressing tax challenges and share innovative ideas on tax-related issues. The conference is on the theme Balancing Tax Policy and Private Sector Development. Guest of honor, Honorable Abnal Seyasari, Minister of State at the Finance Ministry and Member of Parliament for Tiwa East constituency, during her remarks stated that tax is the blood of the economy.
The theme for this event, Balancing Tax Policy and Private Development, is highly relevant and critical. It resonates deeply with the vision of our government to build the most business-friendly economy on the continent. As we all know, the private sector is the engine of growth in any economy. It is the foundation upon which innovation, employment, and wealth creation are built. For the engine to function smoothly, it requires the right environment, one that is significantly shaped by the tax policies we implement. The reality is that taxes matter to everyone. They are a constant topic of conversation and often a source of frustration. Across the developing world, a significant number of public demonstrations have anti-tax in origin. Businesses, too, are highly responsive to taxes, which influence not only how they operate, but also where they choose to invest and grow. Taxation is the lifeblood of any government. It funds our infrastructure, the public services, and the social safety nets. However, the challenge we face is finding that sweet spot where our tax policies do not merely sustain government operations, but also actively support and stimulate private sector growth. This balance is crucial because a vibrant private sector drives economic progress, creates jobs, and ultimately improves the quality of life of all citizens. As we move forward, our task is clear. We must create a tax environment that is fair, encourages entrepreneurship, and fosters economic growth, while ensuring the government has the resources to serve the people. We all acknowledge the central role that tax policy plays in economic development. The ability of a state to grow and effectively generate adequate revenue is a critical economic feature that has evolved over time. This development has been central to the success of many developed countries where robust systems have supported growth and stability, and this was clearly indicated in the presentation by Professor.
Ms. Julie Esam, Commissioner General of the Ghana Revenue Authority, stated the need-why tax is important for the economy.
Today, you can file and pay taxes anywhere you are in Ghana without actually coming to our offices. Digitization is not just about automating our existing processes. It is about rethinking and redesigning our tax system to better serve both government and yourselves. With the unification of the tax identification number, which is our TIN number, and the Ghana card that we all have today, which is doing amazing things in this nation, as a means of identification, we have been able to streamline processes, reduce errors, and improve taxpayer engagement. These advances have not only made it easier for businesses, especially the private sector businesses and small, medium-sized business enterprises, to comply with their tax obligations, but have also helped to curb tax evasion and perceived fraud. However, the transition to a fully digitalized tax system is not without its challenges. Let us all not be sitting up there thinking this is what is going to do it. It has challenges. Significant investment is needed in infrastructure to enable this digitalization. Training is needed, and support are required to ensure that both tax authorities and taxpayers are effectively utilizing these digital tools that we continue to lay out there. In all of this, we must also not forget we need to address some of the concerns. And if I may mention a key one, such as the data security and privacy, to build trust in the systems that we are putting forth. As we continue to roll out these digital initiatives, our goal is to create a tax environment that is fair, efficient, and conducive to business growth, and that is to the private sector. On the second point of e-commerce taxation, e-commerce is here to stay, whether we like it or not. And its rise has indeed transformed the global business landscape. And I'm sure you're all aware, it has created new opportunities for growth and innovation. But it has also presented significant challenges for us, tax authorities, and I must say worldwide, not just the GRA. Our traditional tax frameworks were not designed to accommodate the complexities that we are seeing with digital transactions that often span multiple jurisdictions across borders.
Lawyer Francis Timoboy, the chairman of the Tax Conference Planning Committee and also a tax analyst, gave the insight of the CS conference.
It is an annual event where we bring tax policies, policymakers, that is government, and tax administrators and also tax practitioners. And then the business community, we bring them together to discuss about the year's taxes and the policies that have been put together by the government. This year, it is under the theme Balancing Tax Policy with Private Sector Development. And the reason why we chose the theme is that sometimes if government introduces a policy without consulting the public sector or the private sector, at the end of the day, there are complaints. You know, from 2023, the business community have been crying that, oh, the taxes are too many. And we think that if we bring them together to talk about a balanced view where government will be able to generate revenue and then businesses are also able to thrive and make profits, we think is the best way. And that is why we have titled this year conference as Balancing Tax Policies. So we think that we are going to discuss some critical topics like technology. How do we use technology to enhance tax revenue? How does the GRA themselves rely on data to be able to capture and widen the tax base? We're going to talk about that. Recently, you heard GRA saying they are going to tax bogus, that is foreign people. So it's something that we also want to discuss. And again, we also talk about some contemporary reforms that are taking place within the country. These are critical things that we believe that if we bring the parties together, we can reach a very middle ground so that everybody wins. So we will be issuing a communique, and indeed we will expect that this year is an election year. Anybody who wins should take a critical look at the communique because this is a consensus. Tax administration is about consensus. We have to agree. If you allow the people who are paying the tax agree and make their own proposals, they are not likely to resist it. And that is what we want to achieve. We will send out the communicator that, look, this is all what we agreed. And so if it's supposed to be implemented, then when it is implemented, everybody understands. We agreed. So no objection and no resistance to the tax policy that will be implemented. This is organized every year, and so expect the business community to come out. This year, for example, we are discussing some important things like tax audits. We hear businesses saying GRA is disturbing them. Let us come to the table and discuss. Let's workshop it and find out the best way. How do we collect revenue whilst we still allow businesses to work? And we expect that next year, businesses will come and partner with us, and then we organize this event.